Right, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Rob here at Smirking Gun Reviews, and we're here to talk about something. Well, you've clicked on it, so you know what it is, right? Does anybody remember a little show called Lost? I do. I'm sure a whole bunch of people do, and depending on how you feel about the ending, which I didn't like either, for the most part, it was one of the most watchable shows of all time. I love Lost. Some people say it fell off, whatever. It's one of those shows that I love the characters so much that while I don't agree with everything that happened, okay, I don't. I still love it. And one of these days I'll go back and I'm going to review the fuck out of Lost. But after Lost came out, after this hugely popular, this was water cooler talk before Game of Thrones came out, right? When this show was ending, Game of Thrones was about to start. And this was the show to watch and talk about. And since then, there have been many people trying to do mystery shows with this great big overarching story where they try to bring interesting characters in their past, and the whole thing with flashbacks took off and all this, and different timelines, flash forwards, flashbacks, sideways, all sorts of crap. And nobody's been able to pull it off. Nobody's been able to capture the magic of Lost. Okay? And it's just what happens. People find a trend and they follow. It's like when Quentin Tarantino got big, everybody was trying to make the next Pulp Fiction. After Marvel's success, DC tried to just automatically jump in there and force their success in their storytelling. But it's been a while. Like, the last thing I remember was The Manifest or some shit like that on NBC about the missing plane. All those people went missing on the plane and then they came down. Ugh. Well, anyway, while Lost, in my opinion, took a whole bunch of very different characters, interconnected their stories, gave us a mystery show that, for the most part, held up for a while until it fell apart at the end. A little, depending on how you feel about it. Some people hate this show now. But it was special. And now we've come this far, right? It's 2019 and I'm on Netflix and I find this other show, right? I see the trailer for it. It's called The Island. And from the trailer right away I was like, I don't think I'm going to watch this. And I saw Kate Bosworth was in it, and I was like, well, so what? What has Kate Bosworth really been good in? Now, if you love Kate Bosworth, you'll tell me, oh, fuck you, there's a whole bunch of Kate Bosworth. But I don't dislike her. I just don't find there's nothing special. She's just kind of like a Julia Stiles-esque actress. Not bad, not blowing my mind. Nothing that I've ever seen her in just blows my mind. But I still was like, okay, I'm donating plasma, and I needed something to watch for about 45 minutes. And so I put on The Island, Episode 1, Brave New World. I guess full spoilers, if you... But this is like one of those that you have to do every once in a while. You have to watch an Episode 1, of something, and sometimes, and I like Another Life. I wanted to give Another Life a chance, and I did, and I reviewed it, and I laughed my ass off, and I hated it. I don't even hate this. This is laugh out loud stupid as hell. This is a Lost ripoff. That's what I was getting to, right? That everybody's trying, and the Island is trying so hard to be a Lost clone. They use multiple things that took Lost seasons to throw at you. They were throwing all this at you in Episode 1. Things that were spaced out over all of Lost. They're throwing little plot points from the entire series. Even to the point where this girl just reminded me of just a Latin American Kate. Now, that's fine. She's a very beautiful girl. But this show is so bad. It's like if you got a bunch of reality stars or wannabe reality celebrities or whatever together and mixed it with CW-esque and Fox reality show, Big Brother kind of crap, threw it in a big pot, dropped it off a cliff, blew it up, scooped the pieces left over, and poured it into a freaking streaming service. Because this is one of the most god-awful things I've seen all year. But the thing is I don't hate it. It's so bad, it's funny. I was Mystery Science Theatering this whole thing. I was laughing out loud during my donation. I'm sitting there squeezing my arms, and just laughing so hard. Like, I didn't even care, usually the plasma place is kind of a quiet place, but I was laughing like I was alone in a theater. So, Kate Bosworth's character, I don't even know what her name is, Casey? She's just like, she's supposed to be like this mysterious, quiet, possibly psychotic girl who just looks bored as hell to be there. This girl, like I said, she's like supposed to be like an amalgamation of like Kate and Jack. There's this guy, I think his name is Brody. I swear to God, I think his name is Brody, because of course, if it's not, he looks like a Brody. And he's like, what if Sawyer was a rapist? Maybe? Not even that. Like, he's also like an amalgamation of like Jack and Sawyer, except what if this guy, like, he's like bit of the leader, bit of the rogue, and then what if he was a rapist? You have plots like, screw this, hang on one second, right? Okay, so I decided, I forgot, I was going to just play the damn episode behind me while we're talking. So, let's just back up a second and talk about how this show, I believe, is created by Neil LaBute, however you want to say his name. This guy, back in the day, wrote some very controversial and risky movies back in like the early 90s. Movies like In the Company of Men, Friends and, I think it's Your Friends and Neighbors, Nurse Betty. All movies with some really like difficult storytelling going on. Like In the Company of Men is how two men date and destroy a young deaf girl that they work with. Your Friends and Neighbors is a very dysfunctional, dark look at relationships among adults. Nurse Betty is about this this girl who gets hit on the head, and she's obsessed with this like soap opera star, and she starts stalking him. Meanwhile, you got like Morgan Freeman and Chris Rock who play these like hitmen that are after her husband and her. It's all really crazy, dark stuff. And critically, pretty early in his career, he was liked by a lot of people. Then a whole bunch of years go by, and I find this show. Now, I know he's done other things since. I looked up his IMDb, and it's all over the place, but it got stupider and stupider as the years went on. I can't believe that this is the same guy who directed In the Company of Men. What the hell happened? I guess, like, did he just really love Lost and say, I'm going to make Lost again, except I'm going to make it with awful actors. They're not good. The acting in this is not good. That writing isn't helping either. He wrote and directed this. At least this first episode. And like I said, I don't hate this. It's just so bad and laughable. They were doing stuff like, okay, they all wake up on the beach, right? Just like Lost. None of them are hurt. Just like Lost. They start talking about, so there's even the scene, okay, if you, like, spoilers for Lost, okay? So, like, in the first season, Sawyer and Kate go looking through the jungle, walking around looking for shit, right? She's looking for that case. And they find the waterfall area. That happens in this. And it's the same, like, basically thing. Like, they're hitting at each other, too. And it's like this water, like this, and then there's the whole thing of, hey, we found fresh water. We can move off the beach. And then you get the people to say, no, we got to stay on the beach and keep watch of the fire, just like on Lost. And how they are all divided, like, oh, we're not going with you, and oh, we're going with you, like they're already splitting up. That happens like in season 1 of Lost. The guy who gets hurt. There's a guy who gets like really hurt badly on his leg and maybe other places. So you've got a dying man, like kind of holding everything back and killing morale, like in season 1 with the marshal. You got somebody who goes out swimming, right, in the first season of Lost and drowns in that. In this, they go out swimming and die. Well, this guy, he doesn't die. He ends up being the one with the hurt leg, but he gets attacked by a shark. A shark that, this one's more loose, but like there was the sharks in Lost that you saw like once. But in this, they just go right for a shark attack, right? They go out in the water and they're immediately set upon by multiple sharks. Then you got the whole mystery thing where they start counting steps and they're starting to try to build that up, right? You've also got just terrible dialogue where they're already talking about banging each other. There's a guy, okay, the Brody guy, he tries to rape her. She fights him off, and like it is one of the most casual like fights after the fact. Like she should fucking kill him. But he just kind of goes off on his own. They separate, and then he comes back. He tells him, "Oh, hey, like I found some fruit and stuff for everybody." Looking around, making sure she hasn't come back. And when she does come back, he tries to lie about what he did. And he says to her, "There is no rape on this island. There's just sex and no sex. And right now, we're not having it." What the actual fuck? You've got the people that just... This is just like Another Life, except it's a Lost clone. And I really, like, I'm as I'm trying to watch this and see and remember all the things that are going on. Like, you even got the girl who looks like she's dressed in Kate's kind of, like, outfit, tanning herself on the beach later. There's the book that they find called The Mysterious Island that gets tossed away and thrown in the water. And if that book shows up again, like, readable... Fuck you, show, because that book was tossed away and soaking in the water. It would be unreadable. It would fall apart. If they bring it back and it's not, and it's the same copy, give me a break. They get this thing where they find a sign that says, "Find your way back," and they start going like, well, maybe that has nothing to do with any of this. But they're just like, they're so adamant about not like even thinking about it. And it's only the one main girl that goes, "Hey, we should think about this." Everyone else basically is like, "No, this is stupid, and what does this have to do with anything?" And then the whole thing with the shell. And then you find out that inside the shell there's a thing. She's been carrying this thing the whole time. And she doesn't see that right there it says property of like the island. Literally, like, or made from, or there's like a manufacturer's tag on this shell that she just happens to find next to her. And they did what? The people behind us didn't expect her to see that? And then there's like that little thing that's actually blinking and stuff. Wouldn't you see a little light blinking inside the shell that you've been holding? Wouldn't you be studying it? Wouldn't you be bored sitting there for hours, right? Wouldn't you be like looking at the shell and like... Aside from the fact that I don't know why Kate Bosworth is in this girl, she can actually act. She's the best part of this show. She's actually pretty good as an actress. Problem is the writing is really, really bad. So you got Kate Bosworth who looks bored with a bad script, and this girl who's trying her heart out because she's the real star of this, right? So she's giving it her all as, this is my star role. I might not get another chance. So she's putting it all out there. Unfortunately, like I said, the writing is so god-awful, I don't know what to tell you. If you're looking for just trash TV, and that's what you like, you're going to love this. For anybody with half a brain that likes shows like Lost, this is not for you. You will not like this probably. These people are stupid stereotypes, all cookie cutter, all taken from different shows, mostly shows like Lost or any other mystery box show, that it's just, don't waste your time if you love good TV. If you don't like good TV, like, you will like this. Sorry. I mean, like, look, if your tastes aren't as, like, you can call me a snob, but I have particular tastes. I like good writing, and this is awful writing. And awful characters, characters I don't give a crap about. I don't care about any of these people, not a single one of them, even the nice ones. But yeah, this is the guy that's like Brody. Look at him. Tell me that's not a Brody. And I don't like making negative reviews, but these are warning videos more than anything else. It, like, just like Another Life, don't waste your time. It's, look at that shot. That, like, isn't that straight out of goddamn Lost? So anyway, like, I comment about this, be like, it's not supposed to be like Lost, or get over Lost, or some crap like that. I am over it, but I had to compare it to something, and the fact that they use multiple storylines or as plot points from Lost, that it's just it's laughable. And if you want a mystery science, okay, this is what you do. This is how you watch it. If you get some friends together, you get like a bunch of booze, and you just laugh your ass off. Mystery Science Theater your way through the whole thing, and you can have a great time with this. This isn't like Another Life, where I just hated it so much that I can't recommend it to anyone. I can recommend this if you just want to watch trash and laugh your ass off. Like, laugh your butt off and just make fun of it. I don't know if this is supposed to be taken seriously either. Like, they're playing it straight, just like Another Life. They're playing it super straight. There's no humor in this. And if there was, it went right by me, or it was just not funny. Whatever, like, if there was anything, like an attempt at humor in this, they failed. And my camera's flaking out on me again. So it's probably time to end this video. So, look, maybe I'm just ranting here, but I probably will watch this just to laugh. I might even do more reviews if it's worth talking about, just to laugh about it. So if you guys just want a good laugh series, maybe I'll continue to do these, but it might be more like one a week or something like that, just to, like, you know, for shits and giggles, or while I'm donating plasma. So like maybe next Wednesday I'll watch another one. But anyway, that's my opinion on The Island, or like it should be called It's Fucking Stupid Land. So don't watch it unless you want to laugh your ass off and make fun of it, or if you just like trash TV, like just trash. If you like The Bachelorette meets Temptation Island meets like a direct-to-DVD version of Lost from the people who make every other like almost spoof movie, like instead of Transformers it'd be called what are those movies where they take something that's like famous, like Twister, and then they'll release a DVD called Tornado. This is like the direct-to-DVD version of Lost. Like, it'd be called Missing, or Where'd You Go? This is something you'd see on a really bad cable channel that's trying desperately to win audience members. And guess what? Netflix is starting to look like it's doing that exact thing. There's starting to be way more bad than good on some of these channels. And they're finding their niche among whoever likes to watch this kind of thing. But holy God, is this just fucking MST3K worthy bad. So anyway, if you liked that I didn't like this review or this show, please hit the like button. Comment, share, subscribe, all that jazz. Otherwise, this is Robert Smirking Gun Review saying have a great night, and we'll see you maybe on another one. I don't know. Bye.